All right. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and go back to the rest of the group. Lazar, what are you doing?
Uh, so this thing stumbled me, right? With a
Right.
tentacle.
Yeah, you are assembling. That's a boost. So you can still
Is
move
it
normally. It's just
is it still on fire?
yeah, it's on fire. You mechanically it means that you got to spend a fate point to invoke that, but you can still invoke it.
And I can see its soft white underbelly.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Um.
And the pink thing.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just try to shoot it
With your gun?
with my gun into
Okay.
the soft white underbelly.
All right. So we're gonna use the final the last invoke that you've got on that to get scale against it. Then
Yeah.
okay. So we'll do that, and then okay. So go ahead and make your roll then. And yeah, so you missed by one, unless you want to do something. God, that's a horrible roll for me.
Damn it.
Wait, and now he can also, if he can find a creative way to do it, he can invoke one of our aspects, can't he?
Yeah, he can. Yes.
So Lazar, Constantine has Lazar's cellmate as his aspect. And, you know, they might have talked about guns and stuff a bit in prison. I don't know.
Um. I don't know that work if that works. I think I just
Well,
miss it.
Okay. All right. So okay. So you've missed Val. Your move.
Okay. I'm looking at my character sheet over here. So you gave the weapon unreliable. I'm asking advice here. I've got unshakable self-confidence that causes chaos. I have no fate points. Um,
Right.
so I'm wondering if I can, um, cause chaos,
Right.
aiming to primarily cause chaos.
So yeah. So I mean, so to answer stuff, you can't self compel. You don't get the fate point until after the encounter is over.
Okay. Well, I think probably my best move here is just to see if I can create another advantage for the group. Um, Perhaps doing a sciences roll based on my biology degree to
Okay.
to see if there's another place where we can cut it off at the knees.
All right. Yeah. So go and make the biology roll then.
4.
Okay. Four. All right. So you only needed one. So yeah. So that's success with style. So what did you find?
Um, I found where the roots of this thing enter the pool.
Okay. Let's see. Finding all kinds of weak points all over these guys. Just say the roots of the weak point. Good enough,
Sure, which I will then yell out to everyone.
right? No, it's not the underbelly or the pink things. It's the roots.
Now, now the roots are exposed because we've, tugged on the pink thing and rubbed the underbelly.
Wow.
perhaps
Okay.
it's just like because Brian and Constantine had such a lacking knowledge of biology. Because Brian goes, what is that? It's like the soft pink thing. And Constantine's going, it's like an underbelly. And finally, Val has it. Oh, it's the roots.
Makes sense.
All right. So on that note, Louis.
Sorry? My
Your
turn?
move. Yes.
Okay, well, as Val yells this out, Constantine drops his rifle pulls out his dual pentaxilla knives and fucking launches himself at this thing.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, so that means that you're probably going to need to use one of these invokes on the roots to negate scale, I'm guessing. Or if you want to use a fate point instead, you can.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the plan. Yes. Should I roll
Okay.
first?
So much for the explosives.
You can. I mean, it's a -4 is what the scale gets you, but so I assume that you're wanting to use that anyway. But sure, yeah,
I'll neutralize that skill first then.
right. Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and make your fight roll, I guess. Oh wow, God, I am rolling. No, that's my. Is that my previous? No, that is. How am I rolling badly so much? Stupid creeper. Okay, so we tied.
Okay, let's see what we got.
And you are the one guy that I don't have a direct invoke on. Damn it. Oh yeah. Well.
Let's see. Well, this is just the sort of thing that Constantine's father trained him for, because his brother, who is the heir, and he is kind of useless, but he got like trained for a management function, but as his father's bastard and kind of like an instrument, Constantine has been trained more towards wet work. So this is where his height concept really shines.
All right. Sounds good. So go ahead and use a fate point. Okay, so you made it by so you got it by 2 plus the 1, so that is 3. Damn. Yeah, that's gonna be wow, that's actually a moderate consequence. No, wait, no, 2 minor consequences, which is as bad. All right, so what kind of thing do you what okay, so this big mass of vines, what kind of consequence do you think that'll do to the plant? Bear in mind that it's a pretty decent one. It's not quite the equivalent of a broken leg, but like one step down from that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sorry, what was the last thing that you said, John? I didn't quite
Sorry,
catch.
you definitely heard it bad, and so what I'm doing is I'm just asking like, what kind of injury do you want to see have it caused?
Okay, so this injury, will it be something that we can then invoke, or how does that work?
Yeah, mechanically it's a moderate consequence, so not only can you invoke it, but anytime you invoke it, it's like +4.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I like that. It's like Constantine just hacks at the roots with his karambits, which is what the knives are called. And as he opens up more and more gashes, he's really going to work on it. Kind of this fluid starts squirting out of this plant, and it just kind of loses. It becomes a bit sluggish.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just call that oozing roots because that sounds gross. I've got it noted on the Mother Creeper's character sheet, but then I'll go ahead and just add that in. Whoops, here, so you guys remember that it is a thing you can invoke. Okay. All right. So yeah, it is definitely hurting now. That's not good. And Brian, Killian.
All right. I'm going to call the visual effects supervisor onto the set.
What?
And, pull off some massive gun fu here. The camera's going to slow down as I dodge in and out of the branches. Yeah, I'm imagining that the branches are coming at me, and I'm moving in and out of them to fire my rifle into a decent position, we now know are the roots.
All right. Okay, so all right, yeah. So you're using the roots to negate scale again. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make your roll then. Oh, hey, finally, good roll.
Oh, that was you.
Oh, yeah.
My roll.
So you can I mean, you can use a fate point to invoke the oozing roots. That's gonna tie you right there.
That sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
All right, there I'm tied. And then,
Yeah, so go ahead and spend your fate point then.
yeah, can I spend a second fate point to get above it?
You find something in the environment to invoke against it, sure, or on your character sheet
Right.
to invoke against it.
Yeah, I mean, timing is everything. As that branch came over, I ducked just in time to get that shot off.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so you hit it. So that's 3. Jesus, yeah. Okay. Okay, so yes, you do some more damage. Yeah, go ahead and describe to me the kind of damage that you've done to it. That's going to be 2 minor points of damage. This is really close to being dead, in fact. But
As one of the roots came up to grab me, I flipped my rifle around and hit it with the butt of my rifle, and then I flip the rifle up under me and shoot the next one that comes near me. So I guess I'm shooting the roots as I'm running through them.
All right, so I'm going to call Broken Vines will be one of them, and then you get a second one in there.
Is anybody in trouble? Anybody held by the roots? Anybody?
Yeah. Well, Val's got the one latched onto him a little bit.
The one that's latched onto him, I'm going to turn around so that I fire and just take out the bottom end of the root that's holding on to Val.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything better to call this. I'm just say broken vines and hurt suckers.
Creeper salad.
That's actually good.
Is it more of a slaw than a salad?
Yeah, it's definitely a cabbage of some sort. All right, so now it gets to do its thing for whatever it's worth.
That actually kind of works in Dutch as well, because coleslaw is from Dutch, and sla in Dutch means to hit. So
hey.
there you go.
All right, so so it's.
Are you hinting at wobbly salad, Marvis?
It's desperate. It's like the consistency of mushy peas now. All right, so it's desperately trying to do its thing with the vine. So it's going to go at you, Artem, with a or not. Yeah, you, Artem, not your character.
Oh wow.
Lazar, you with the vine. So go ahead and make an athletics roll.
Right, +1.
Whoa, yeah. So you lost you got beat by 4.
You can't use the using roots to help with that, right?
You can spend a fate point on those, absolutely.
Oh, well, that would tie you up.
So it's lunging at me with the vines.
Right, it's shooting one of those sucker vines out at you.
Okay, so what I'll do is, because I have a little bit of whiskey saved up from before, maybe can I pour it into the gashing wounds to upset it?
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be a way to invoke these, the broken vines and that stuff. The using roots are the one that is really, really hurting it right now. So
yeah, you want to invoke that because it's a +4 for your roll.
Right. So, okay. So into the oozing roots then.
Just chucking some whiskey at it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Go ahead and spend a fate point then. That ties you. So then the fact that you're still off balance, however, means that even despite all that, you're still in a position where it might be able to latch on you with a sucker.
I think is it 1 stress point?
So it's +1. It's beating you by 2 right now, so you take 3 stress right now.
Oh shit!
If you were to play it.
What else can I do?
Can you use the creeper salad that perhaps the whiskey gets in there much more deeply because the whole thing is being mushed?
Yeah, I mean, can I liberally spray it everywhere
Sure, yeah, you can. I mean, those are separate consequences, so you can use
Okay.
however
But
many of
also
those
on
as you want
fire,
to.
the alcohol would be good for that.
Oh, yeah, that would work too.
Well,
I mean, either
Yes.
way, however you want to narrate that,
I
you can
Sure,
forgot.
but
spend a
that's
fate point
an
to.
extra fate point, right?
Either way is an extra fate point, right?
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. All right, so you just kind of chuck it at the roots. The roots are on fire.
And flare up.
Everybody's selling.
The root.
Everybody sings, "We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn."
I don't think that's happening.
Okay, along with your accents, don't sing.
I have a beautiful singing voice, sir. Okay, so then,
Brandon, keep it.
all right, so Brian, it's going after you now.
And I'm done.
Oh, that's right. It did tie though, so you still have a boost against you. So I'm gonna say you're, man, you're a little singed yourself.
I rolled flat.
Okay, so yeah, you got the 3. Okay, so you lost by 1. So yeah, you want to use fate points? That's up to you.
What, I mean, I was just rolling a.
Oh no, yeah, you're rolling athletics.
Okay, yeah, that would be the right roll then.
Okay.
Man, they use athletics a lot in this game.
Yeah, that's your dodge skill basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to switch that one out.
That's why I very quickly did like change the stunt around so I could invoke fight instead of athletics to dodge.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I'm not sure how you'd invoke shoot instead of athletics. That would be a weird. I can't make sense of that. But
Well,
anyway, so
not so much. It's gun fu though. It's not. It's not so much shoot. But,
right.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the hit.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 stress then that you're taking.
And I can just mark off the 2 square, right? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly right.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then it's kind of sort of latched onto you. Okay, and then Louis, it now comes after you,
Okay, well.
and it rolled really, really terribly. So you don't have to do much to beat it.
Is there something like a massive fail where this backfires on it?
Works on us.
Yeah, there's not really
Because
there's
I'm
not really
dodging
such
so
thing as a
excellently.
there's not really such thing as a negative success with style, but because the thing of it is you do that, I can start using that on you guys, and then
Don't
Yeah,
you do
fair.
that already?
But there's no way for me to kind of roll this into a counter.
I mean you can narrate that on your next turn
Right?
that you did it as a counter. And this guy's, frankly, you.
He's almost dead, right?
Yeah, warrior's about to die, and then finally going after you, Val, a 2 against your athletics.
It's still +1, damn it. I keep looking, wanting it to be more. Ugh.
Oh man, so it tagged you, and you don't have any fate points, unfortunately. So that's 4 stress you take.
Okay, so how many? I have a 1, a 2, and a 3, or what?
Let me double check. What's your physique?
Physique is nothing.
Okay, if you don't have a physique, you have a 1 and a 2. So you took 4. So basically, what that means is you've got to, you can instead of using so you got your 1 box and your 2 box can both use up 1 and 2 stress respectively, and then you'll also need to probably take a mild consequence that uses up 2, so you can use the mild consequence and then your 2 stress box. Or if you really, really wanted to, you could use a take a moderate stress box and not take any stress. Moderate consequence, rather, and not take any stress. That might not be the greatest of idea because those linger for a while.
Yeah, so I'll take a minor consequence. I would presume it's something like a minor consequence lasts like for how long? For the rest of the session?
Through a good night's sleep.
Right. Okay, well, I'll do that.
Okay. All right, and then you're taking your stress. Okay, so what consequence are you giving yourself then?
So would something like being slowed down, like he's got
Like lacerated maybe or
Yeah,
bruised.
like a cut something, right?
yeah.
so
I'm
she
thinking
bruised
like
ribs or something.
Or actually, in the case of this guy, okay, since it kind of uses the yeah.
Allergies.
Well, I was going with I was going to go with uh, a little pale. Actually, will drain to blood, that kind of thing,
okay.
because that also actually finally gets to invoke this. So a little too late, but yeah, I like that.
I think Johnny is invoking something off screen.
Sorry, I was just noting here. Yeah, so so as he's hit by that, like a lot of those broken vines seem to magically heal themselves. Not magically, but they seem to heal themselves right there.
Uh-oh.
Vampire plant.
Yeah, it might be a case of too little, too late, to be honest. But sure,
I sure hope so.
Plant fire.
I would have done a lot better to get those hits earlier. But oh well. Okay, so all right, so that was that guy's move. Oh, and then so then suddenly out from behind the back of this thing that's car sized, and there was a little alcove in back of it.
Another one.
Well, yeah, a human-sized one this time, dressed in like scientist garb, and strangely enough, wielding a pistol. Kind of,
A zombie with a pistol? A
yes,
plant zombie with a pistol dressed as a scientist.
yes.
Wow.
That's so going to be
Well.
my next Halloween costume.
This would be called
Yeah,
Ironic
that was my
Attack.
sexual fantasy.
Just that it's gonna shoot at Lazar.
That was not part of my fantasy.
So go ahead and make your
retard.
Oh, wow. It's
Wow.
not a very good shot.
Athletics?
yes. No, survival.
Oh, survival. That's easy. Come on, dice.
Well, Johnny got a -2, so
Yeah, and against the 4, I don't think I'm gonna spend anything to re-roll that. So okay, it shoots. It's just like blood. It does not sing anything because it's not doesn't have vocal cords, but yeah, it shoots wildly in your direction, Lazar. All right, so we'll take
How
another
dare
quick interlude to look at Roderick. Morvis, you still there?
Yep.
okay. I'm running.
Okay, great.
I'm
So
running down to
all
the
right.
beer.
Back in the bar.
Okay,
Yeah, one sec.
right. So meanwhile, back in the
These are all
bar,
digital.
Morvis. Sorry, what was that?
They're all ditching out.
Hey, I'm
Well, yeah,
actually interested, man.
All right, cool.
And they'll be plenty interested once they figure out what's going on there.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so you're back in the shadows, kind of maybe sidling your way slowly out of the room.
Yeah.
You doing anything else at the moment, or?
No, I think I want to make an exit, and if they start leaving, I may follow them.
All right, so yeah, they're this guy is still kind of interrogating that bartender with his little glowing ball thing. Look into its eyes. It doesn't have eyes. Pretend it has eyes. And look into them. Yeah,
Like
the
Men in Black.
bartender.
Look at the flashy thing.
The bartender's like, no, I can't, no, for king and country. So you're sidling your way out. You've already, yeah, they're. Hopefully you're still there. So yeah, go and make another stealth roll. Morvis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Freezing.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we heard that. um, I'm having a hard time hearing you. There's a lot of... Like I'm in a blizzard, man. Whoa. I don't know if you can still hear us. You can still hear me. Okay. Oh, I see. You did make your stealth roll. Yeah, that's actually still more than enough to make it. These guys aren't like the super stealthiest, noticeiest people in the world. So yeah, so you're just about out the door. You watch the Nazi leader. Well, yeah, you don't know he's a Nazi. Actually, let me show you. I've got even a picture of him here.
If we can see his
Yeah.
rotted uniform, it may be fairly obvious.
It is. Do I have a picture of him? I do. There we go. Can you see what I'm showing you guys?
I do not. Where would we see it?
I might. Well, don't necessarily want to see his character sheet stuff anyway. But well, damn it. All right. So anyway, so he's wearing a he is wearing a weird looking outfit uniform. I mean, it looks German, but it doesn't look necessarily like the SS or the it's the regular name of the
The Wehrmacht.
Wehrmacht. Thank you. It's exactly what the word that I was looking for. And so I'm just trying to look up the
Kriegsmarine. He is a Navy boy.
No, he's not a member of the Kriegsmarine. I'm just looking up an image here on the internet so you can see maybe what they. Well, that's not at all what that looks like. Come on, insignia. I swear I had this saved, but apparently I didn't.
I guess not.
Really?
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
not
Sorry,
too bad.
I just lost you.
Yeah, that sounds fine now.
Yeah, you've got a nice bass hum.
Thanks.
Here we go.
If it starts acting up again, I'll just put in mute and unplug, but I can still hear you. May have to
Okay,
type.
so here we go. The insignia looks like that.
Ooh, Nachtwolf.
Hey, no giving away the name of the group just by looking at the JPEG
No, we
link.
couldn't tell. Okay,
But yeah,
so you
so-
said I made an exit out.
Well, you're sidling out the door. The guy is the Nazi leader is quote unquote interrogating this guy one more time. Well, some more anyway. Oh wow, yeah, he hit him pretty hard. So like,
How come he gets like 4 rolls for the same?
well,
thing?
every turn you're moving, he's moving,
Oh,
doing his own thing. So he's so with this little burst of light shoots out of this little ball, little blue electricity, similar to the electricity actually that you saw shooting out of that little the stun gun that Val made, and yeah, it just shoots out, like kind of engulfs his head,
nice.
and the guy starts shaking uncontrollably.
Okay, I came up with
It's
a
like-
plan.
Yes.
If I do make it out of the bar, I'm going to hope that they have a vehicle or something that I can kind of raid for weapons.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's so you're walking out just as this is happening right now.
Uh-huh.
In fact, you're a bit creeped out by that. Don't have to make another sanity roll because you already made one for this.
Okay.
But you're right on that threshold of me needing to do that.
If I actually make it to their vehicle and they have weapons, I might actually sabotage the vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. So you're
as
out.
a
You are out.
distraction to get them away from the bar.
All right. Yeah. You are outside at the moment then.
Great.
So yeah. So there's not very many cars, and there's the one that the Irreverend's character came up in, and then there is theirs. The bartender's an old van. They didn't have vans back then. An old truck, like a Model T or something. I don't know. And then there's like a German-made Duesenberg that seats like 6 people. That looks like that must be their car.
Excellent. So if I search it, is there any chance they have like grenades or weapons that can blow up the car?
Yeah, you can definitely make an investigate roll if you want to do that. There are guys
Good
outside there, so yeah, yeah. I was gonna say it gets about a +2 because of the added difficulty of their guys being right out there. So sure, yeah. I mean, you can, yeah, you find weapons. I guess whatever it is that you were looking for in there. I guess explosives to try and
Yeah.
sabotage the car.
So I'm going to pocket myself a gun and then going to, with the grenades or something that I found, toss one in the trunk of the car and run around behind the bar so that I'm nowhere in sight when it goes off.
All right. So so that's a demolitions roll then to set the bomb. In the meantime, you see the guy's just kind of the guy's like shaking uncontrollably, like there's spittle flying out of his mouth.
In the bar?
Yeah, the bartender.
This is why I want to save him.
Yeah, he might be beyond saving at this point.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have demolition, so I just rolled the regular.
Okay, so yeah, you man. So Lazar, what? So just to get you guys involved in the fun of failure, what kind of things would happen there with failed explosive? I don't want to just make it blow up in his face because that would suck.
Yeah.
What explosives is he using? Sorry.
He's just finding like grenades and
Tossing
all
a
the
grenade into the car.
yeah, just random crap that. Oh, you were actually just throwing a grenade into the car?
Yeah, I was going to take a couple of weapons for myself and then just toss a grenade into the car.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was going to be that.
So I
simple.
guess
It's actually
if I'm-
is it just just athletics to chuck it in there and
Yeah,
run
okay.
off before you're caught in the blast. So
Okay.
yeah, what's your athletics?
My athletics is only 1 + 1.
Okay, so we'll just
Better
so
than
it's a
better.
tie. So all right, yeah, that's okay. So that is good enough. So yeah, the car blows up. Also, because it's a car and it's got a fuel tank, blows up both of the cars next to it.
Nice.
It does. So yeah, so you like run around the corner just
Yeah, I
as the
gotta
Nazis
hide
run
it.
out.
Does it blow up stealthily?
Yeah, nobody sees it blow up. That's right. Yeah.
That's I'm so into GTA 5 right now that the moment I heard that, popped into my head, oh, that's at least 2 wanted stars.
Yeah, 2 little stars appear
Yeah.
up at the top right corner of the screen. Right there. Ding, ding, ding.
Little Nazi police cars come howling up.
All right. Okay, so back then to Lazar. What are you doing to the now not quite as hurting as badly Creeper?
So I'm wondering if this is possible. We can only hurt it with shooting or fighting. Is that right?
You have to get scale on it.
Yeah, I know. But this is what I'm thinking of. It's got oozing roots, and I think there's still herbicide left, right?
Yeah, I mean the herbicide. I'm trying to say there isn't really ammo in this game so much. It's cinematic in that respect. Like from time to time, if you're like using one thing too often, I can say, "Oh, you're out of ammo now."
Okay.
But otherwise,
all right.
Yeah.
So we're out of herbicide. But
So is there still, am I seeing this right? Sorry to cut in, Artem. Is there still an invoke on herbicide somehow for this Ring of Fire, or has that been...
Right. Mechanically, nobody's used the herbicide invoke on the Ring of Fire itself, right?
So I was planning on getting the gun to Killian because it's on the ground somewhere relatively near me, so he should be able to just pick it up and use it. But if Lazar wants to do that,
no, I'd like to use my fighting skill if I could. I have a knife, and I'd like to stab it into the oozing roots.
Okay. So yeah, right. So you're out of fate points is the ironic part. You got to get scale somehow. Otherwise, well, I mean, you can do that. It's just that scale gives it a +4 advantage, basically.
Yeah, but oozing roots is +4, right? So
Yeah,
that cancels out
if
scales, essentially.
If you spend a fate point, which you're out of.
Oh, this is not an invoke that I see. So I have to use a fate point to use oozing roots?
Right. You'd have to use a fate point to use using roots
The
against
herbicide
it.
is still, the herbicide on the gun, the invoke, is that a free invoke?
On the
That is a free invoke if you can figure out how to use it, right?
Well,
So-
here.
But that
So-
still wouldn't get him. That wouldn't get him the hit because it's, or that wouldn't counter the.
Yeah, I think in this particular case, herbicide would negate scale.
Okay.
I think
so
that's kind of the whole point of maybe why we created that ring of fire weapon.
I think the situation as I'm reading it, this thing is ginormous, and
Right.
attacking it with a knife would be something a little bit unhinged. So
Yeah, that would be a little crazy. Yeah.
my poor impulse control could be invoked here.
Okay, so you can definitely do that. I can't give you the fate point until after the combat's over, but yes, if you want to.
But that doesn't
you wanna
help
use
with the
that-
scale, does it?
That doesn't help me though.
Right, it wouldn't help with the scale at all, though.
Why do we get him a fate point?
Okay, so
At the end of
May
the
I
combat,
make a
right?
suggestion, Artem?
yeah.
I mean, you've got your fighting, and you've got like the ammo for this gun. I'm guessing it's like capsules or something that you load in, which are improvised. So they're bound to not be that from that sturdy material. And you've got a knife and your fighting skill. So I mean, can maybe combine it somehow.
Sorry, the ammo
Slash it and ram the herbicide capsule into the using roots or whatever.
Yeah, the herbicide would
Or-
basically be in a jar.
Oh, okay, so basically you ram a jar of herbicide into the oozing roots, but I can't invoke oozing roots at all. I can
No,
just
but you can invoke herbicide to counter the scale, so then it would
Okay.
just be a straight up fight roll.
okay, yeah. So basically, chucking what narratively it turns into is chucking this herbicide at the giant
Okay,
creeper.
so if you're grabbing it and throwing, that is an athletics roll.
No, I'm
If
gonna
you do it bar fight style, Lazar would
He's gonna-
kind of
I'm
smash
blasting
the
it.
jar and just ram it into it,
Yeah.
like glassing it.
Okay, right. Okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right. So okay, so we're going to use the herbicide invoke, and then so that counters scale. So that lets you attack it.
So I'm rolling straight up fight, right?
Okay, and it's still a big beast that can
Ooh.
that's not a good roll. Although my roll wasn't too great either. So you lose by 1, and you're out of fate points. So yeah. Okay, so Val.
So the, I mean, I'm not going to be able to hit anything, I don't think. So I'd rather do another biology roll and see if there's some relationship between the mother beast, mama creeper, and the zombie that we can exploit.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, they're made of the same thing, but sure, yeah. Go ahead. That actually sounds like a great use of a biology roll. What I'm looking for in particular is going to take a +2.
+3.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you can already kind of just get a faint whiff that they're communicating via like some kind of chemicals that the mom's secreting.
You.
Yeah, it gets more and more delicious.
So I obviously will share this news with the team. I wonder.
Yeah, that one's going
Does
to
he
be
get
tough to.
any sense of what is secreting that?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I mean, some part from the mom is secreting some chemical. I mean, you can detect a faint whiff, and only a learned biologist such as Val, even gets that that's what like this plant pheromone, whatever it is what's being secreted. It's not just like the smell of moss on the walls or something.
Can I stack a chemistry on that and try to figure out what it is or where it's from?
Next turn, or if you want to take a minus to this roll, and it's already going to be a tough roll to make.
I mean, would it hurt anything to take a minus?
Unless I can think of a funny failure.
So what, instead of rolling +3 chemistry, I'd roll +1?
Right. And in this case, I mean, you're trying to divine
Pheromones
it.
overwhelm him and he falls in love.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So, yeah, I can't think of a good failure. So I'll just say can't detect exactly what chemical it is, or at least you don't have a way to figure out how to,
Well, I mean, biologically, I'd be looking for something like a flower, probably. So I'll tell them
right,
it's using some sort of chemical
right.
scent to communicate. They're using chemical scents to communicate. So anything that disrupts that would be useful.
Right.
Constantine immediately farts.
Oh, that's a chemical weapons roll. All right, what's your move, Louis?
Well, Constantine is still
It,
toe to toe with this thing. I mean, going at it with his knives. So he kind of, Panchaksila is all about angles. So what he does is he kind of bends over and kind of braces himself, and then he pushes off while swinging his arms upwards with the knives forward, and just fucking goes at this thing.
okay. All
I've
right.
seen him
So,
do this in prison. This
all
bending
right.
over
Yeah,
move
and
is very effective.
it's one thing I'm not seeing how communicating by chemicals can get you to negate scale. So, are you going to do anything to try to negate the
Yeah,
scale?
I'm going to invoke oozing roots to negate the skull.
All right. I would recommend if you're going to use a fate point, like just mechanically, just use like the soft white underbelly or the amazing pink thing again. Just because if you're going to use your fate point on oozing roots, you want to get that +4 on top of that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'll go for the soft white on the belly.
Okay. Wow,
Oh,
that's going to
oh
take a lot to.
shit! Out.
It's
Okay.
not an easy monster to beat, man. That's what I'm saying.
But I'll get a +4 if I invoke the oozing roots, right?
Yes. Wow, it's a nice roll.
Okay, I'm gonna invoke the oozing roots then.
Okay.
And can Val shout out some advice?
Sure.
Advice is always welcome.
If the smell is stronger, if the smell of rotting meat maybe that we had smelled earlier, if the rotting meat smell is stronger, hit it there. That might affect give him the ability to use communicate by chemicals.
Louis, I guess it's up to you if that sounds okay for you to something that you can invoke. I mean, it is a free invoke, but it's up
Is
to
it a
you.
free invoke?
It is, yes.
I'm just
we're
trying to
going-
give a plausible reason for being able to use it.
If we do this, we're not going to damage it more. We could just create another advantage. Is that right? Or
So right now you could use that to create another advantage. That actually is true. Or
Okay,
you could damage it. It's up to you.
if I could, would that maybe like create an advantage on the other thing? Because presumably, if Constantine goes for the bit of the mother that is communicating with the minion,
Right.
then
Yeah, that sounds plausible.
I
okay,
mean,
well,
the word that
Constantine
can,
like kind of like some parts of him kind of hears Val screaming that, and just as it happens, as he's winding up for his massive thrust, he kind of gets like an angle. He gets like a gust of this rotting meat smell, so he just adjusts himself a little bit, and he just goes fully for that. Oh, that's a very good question.
There. What's that?
maybe it'll attack mom.
you're not my
Okay,
real
so that has-
mom.
All right, so but it does do damage.
You're my fake mom. You're my fake internet mom.
Man, so that's 3.
You're just
oh, wow.
a plant
and
my
I
dad
only.
married.
Oh my god.
Please tell me
Yeah.
I killed Mom. That would be good.
It's damn close. God, trying to think. What happens to dying plants?
They wither and wilt.
Cucumbers
Yeah, that
scream
sounds
when you
good.
cut them.
Yeah, this one's already creeper salad, so maybe it'll start liquefying, turning into that slimy ooze.
Okay. Yeah, I like the wilting, so I'm gonna. Yeah, this is oh, man. This, by the way, can happen to your characters if you don't like
Get watered
concede, by the
daily.
way. Yeah. Um, badly wilted. I know we're like all like running out of fate points to use, but
Well,
that's
can
one
I
to bear
do
in
like
mind.
a narrative thingy that was like as the result of Constantine's attack? Like I'm thinking that he's doing this full body thing. So what basically happens is that he just launches himself through this thing and just kind of emerges from the other side of the stalk.
I mean, I can. Yeah, that sounds.
Covered
Yeah,
in green
like
shit.
you're emerging. So you're over on the other side of it. That's fine. I don't think that necessarily does anything mechanically, but
I just like the image.
oh yeah, no, that's great. See, there's that thing back there.
He broke on through to the other side.
Okay, Killian, the last person with a fate point.
Are you guys willing to regroup?
Just kill it.
Sure.
Yeah, Creeper is about to die.
You just,
oh, okay.
I think if you just shoot it in the oozing roots, it might
we'll just do
might
that.
kill over.
Well, I mean, or yeah, I mean, if there's some way you can get a weapon with scale.
Well, I have dynamite, and I thought I might light a stick of dynamite and create some commotion so that it goes towards me, giving everybody else a chance to retreat down the hallway, and then have it go off maybe next round.
Yeah, so you're in a. Okay, I mean, you can do that. You are in a room
But
that is
only if
fairly
everybody
contained.
wants to regroup.
I think
That's
so the plant is the biggest threat because of scale. We can't really hurt it that well. So if we get rid of that, we can deal with the zombie. Should be able to deal with the zombie fairly easily.
Yeah, without requiring quite as many fate points, probably.
Right.
Hopefully, without requiring any, because
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got the one here. I either get the shot or I got to spend that point. So,
right.
Well, I'm wondering if you can use the Ring of Fire or the Mystery Batch. You didn't put a box beside it, Johnny. Is that a free invoke?
That is a thing you can use if you want to use it.
Is it a free invoke though?
Sure.
how would that differ from using the right?
You just agreed to that a little too easily.
Yeah, I think there may be some metagaming that's required here.
How would using that help me in comparison to just shooting, which is what I'm good at?
So, like theoretically, if you were to pick up the Ring of Fire and and shoot it,
With the Mystery Batch.
so I think like I mean even
I'm going to cast my mystery spell before I do your mystery gun.
oh god,
But
really? You want to cast a spell?
no. I didn't say I wanted to. I said given the choice
Because
to.
okay. I would just say, generally speaking, you usually want to think twice about casting
Yeah,
spells. You're not really
it was
sure
a
what
joke.
they are. Okay, good. Like, because that would be a funny way of ending this entire campaign.
Save that spell for when that. Yeah, all right. Like I said, it's either dynamite or shoot. I'm happy to shoot if you guys think that's better than regrouping and getting out of the way. So.
Well, I think like Lazar and Constantine at least are really close to this thing. So I don't know if Julian would is the kind of man who would hurl a stick with dynamite in that particular situation.
Right. I mean, you can. I mean, you can definitely throw dynamite. It's probably going to hit Lazar and Louis.
Again, the
Lazar
point
and
was for it
Constantine.
not to go off for a full round, giving everybody a turn to get out of the way.
Well,
was the point.
well, Louis did just decide to position himself in back of it, so he would have to make a roll to get out.
Shooting it in the underside pink thing route.
Okay, so that is going to use your fate point to get scale, I assume. Unless again you can find somebody's weapon that's got scale attached.
I have to spend another fate point for something I spent a fate point on and discovered earlier.
Yeah, I mean, every single time you invoke that advantage,
Hmm.
you have to spend a fate point to do it,
Yeah, we're
unless
acting
it's got a
free.
free invoke attached to it.
Oh wait, the badly wilted
It's
is +6.
yes.
I didn't
That just
realize.
negates the skill though. So the point is
Well,
that
right. I
if
mean,
he is
so
able
it's
to save the fate point, he can do that to add to the damage.
right. So badly wilted in this case, I mean, does it does have the? I mean, basically that is uh, that's negating scale plus giving you a +2 because that's a severe consequences +6.
Well, absolutely invoking that then.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just go ahead and narrate then how you're invoking the fact that it's wilting.
All right. Well, since I'm using my gun crew, rather than actually fire, I'm actually kind of swinging my gun back and forth at the lower parts of it as it wilts.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and
I roll.
roll here.
I didn't add any bonuses other than my normal into it.
Oh, yeah. So it's 6. So you actually did beat it by 2. Man, this guy's about to die though. So, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that you'd kind of been stumbling around from the gore. So you slip on it some more. So we're tied again.
So you're using your fate point there, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm using my final fate point,
Okay.
which is a Joker apparently.
It's the final fate point.
Da-na-na.
Oh, and then yeah, then you used your last one too, I think, Brian.
If I want to hit it. Yeah.
No, you,
Right.
you already used it.
Well, you already did to negate scale plus give you the +2. Otherwise you rolled a 0, or
But
I
it's-
rolled an 8, depending on how you want to look at it.
But on a tie, it's a hit, right?
No, ties go to the defender.
They didn't go to the
You get
defender
a-
when I got hit.
No, they
It did.
create an advantage. So
It gives you a boost
Yeah.
that you can use one time. That's the whole point of like why you got the slipped on gore, a little singed, and dropped your weapon instead of actually getting hit.
Okay.
So it is a tie, so you can put a boost on it if you want.
I have no more fate points.
Well, you get to put the boost on regardless. So a boost is basically it's basically an advantage, except you only get to use it once and you can never invoke it again.
and it doesn't
So-
require a fate point, right?
Right, exactly. So let's see. Writhing. I'm gonna put writhing in pain if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So it's its turn now. Going after you, Lazar. Oh, yikes! That's a good roll. This is like the 12th round of a boxing match. Like everybody's like out of gas and
Just as of interest, does like the difficulty, the to hit difficulty increase for this thing as well as it deteriorates?
well,
Is that a
it
fate?
could if you guys had fate points left.
Oh, I see.
So it did hit Lazar for 5 points of damage, 4 plus the 1. So how are you taking that damage, Lazar?
1 stress and the rest in consequences.
So that's your physique I think is what, 0 or 1 or
No, 2.
2. Okay, so you've got you got the 1 mild and 1 medium. So if you want to use the 1 stress, then you've got to take a moderate consequence, then a +4.
Am I stress free right now? Actually, I didn't reset my
Oh.
sheet. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you guys haven't really had a chance to have a regular rest since the
Fire.
the creeper family. Yeah, the fire or the creeper family.
So I think I still have 2 stress from the fire.
Okay, so you still have that. I mean, you still have to take. So that still leaves you with 3 stress you've got to take after that. So, I should point out you do have the writhing in pain boost you can use if you want to take it away from Brian. That would at least drop you down to 3 stress that you have to take.
Gotta believe.
What is
Narratively, it makes a lot of sense.
Right.
so? What is writhing in pain? The creeper is writhing in pain, or Brian
Yeah.
is writhing in pain?
Brian made the creeper writhe in pain.
I see.
Oh.
Right. So I'll invoke that.
Okay, so you take 3 stress then. So you have a 2, then that means you can take a minor consequence then on top of that.
So I
Like
have
sprained ankle or-
+2 physique. I've got already 2 in stress, and this is +3.
Right, so you can take the 1 stress,
Okay.
Your 1 stress box, and then take a minor consequence for the other 2.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay. All right, and then Brian, who just left, I'm going to skip Brian for now. I'm going to go to Louis.
Louis, would you be able to use the Taser of Doom?
Well, like speaking of effectiveness, Louis is still right at this thing with his knives. So I think
I'm just wondering if you could use it as an electrified knife.
Okay, Louis, by the way, you want to roll the dodge there, that roll that I just made.
Oh, crap.
Oh, man. So 2 stress.
All right. Which, let's see, how many did I have? I had no stress so far, I don't think.
Yeah, so I don't remember you taking any, so I think you're just, it's reaching around the back. It's giving you a reach around.
Well, he's already bent over.
So you're just taking your 2 stress box. Okay. Brian, go ahead and roll your athletics.
I'm bent over and taking it up the stress box.
Oh, yeah, man, that's bad.
Oh,
That
man.
is,
Should have regrouped.
yikes, that is 7 stress that you're taking.
Oh, Christ.
I have no fate points.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, at this point, you're just, unfortunately, just taking the damage. Yeah. When everybody's out of fate points, it's usually the time to run away, but just saying. I know.
Yeah, but it's nearly dead.
Exactly, I know.
So are we.
Right. So Brian, you just took 7 stress. Do you have any? You still have your what? Actually, you've got 3 stress boxes, don't you?
I have 1 left.
'Cause- Oh, you have 1 left. So you still have. That drops you down to 6 stress. So, probably that means you want to take a mild and a moderate. You can take a severe, but those are a pain in the ass, and they last for several weeks. Well, a couple weeks.
Take the mild and the moderate.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and So what are those? What are those wounds then?
We'll say that the mild, I got hit in the head and I'm bleeding.
Okay. Head
My
wound.
forehead. And the
Oh,
moderate,
cut on forehead is a good mild one. Yeah.
the moderate is my side,
All right.
the abdomen.
That's probably where the sticker kind of get in there. You have like a little piece of intestine. I'm just kidding. That would not be a moderate wound.
Trust me, that's not a moderate wound.
You have a mild hernia that'll go away in a couple days. All right. Okay, that sounds good. And then finally, Val. Beat you by 1, so 2 stress.
I only have 1 stress point available.
So yeah, so probably what you just want to do is take a mild consequence and then leave your stress point
Okay.
because the mild uses 2.
Okay. So I guess more lacerations. A little more. No, I don't want more blood loss. Screw that. I really, really
Oh,
don't
do
want
you-
more blood loss.
Oh, you already have a mild, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that means you have to take a moderate then. Sorry,
Oh.
because you don't have the space anymore.
Okay. So then that would be something like a leg wound or something like that. Like,
Sure. I mean, you could even say like you fell and sprained your leg or something.
okay.
Sprained knee, I guess.
Maybe going from mild blood loss to moderate blood loss.
We've
He
got the
doesn't get
mild
any
blood
more of
loss
my blood
too,
if I can
so
help it.
right. And I might be, well, okay. All right, so you've got that. So then, okay, that's right. Then the other dude is really, really confused. He is still going to try and fire at Brian, though, because he seems to be the guy avoiding, who's not getting hit by anybody. Go and make a survival roll, Brian. Killian. Okay, so that is all right. So that is let's see. Do you have? Okay, no, I already used that. Okay, so that is okay. I've got to put a boost on you unless you want to. Let's see. Sorry. See, it. There we go. That's what I like. Yeah. Okay. So it shot you, and it's still kind of firing wildly because it is just a plant zombie. But one of the shots goes so close to your ear that it kind of whizzes by, and your ears are kind of ringing after that. I don't think that works physically, but I don't care. All right. So let's see. So no more of this, which is fine because I think that played out anyway. Okay, that brings Lazar. Your move.
Run away!
God damn it.
Is it time
Yeah,
to run away and drop dynamite behind us?
Right. I mean, my recommendation is if you're not going to run away, then it's probably time for everybody to start building advantages for like one big blow, that kind of thing.
Okay, if there is any way to build advantages, because Constantine is still in a good position to hit this thing. There's still a free invoke on communicates by chemicals, so I'm thinking he can go for the bit that spreads the chemicals against it and maybe negate the scale. Looking
Well,
at
and
Josh, if that would play.
there's also I don't know what you're saying, Mom.
Right. That I think is applying more to the other guy, but yeah.
Well, if there's any way at all to direct it to shoot at its mom or something,
Right.
use the confusion.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guess at this point you guys are probably gonna need to find some way to, use advantages, and there's not a lot on the table, so that would be my recommendation.
Run away, dynamite, regroup.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bizarre.
I'm thinking it might be Harry for well, my character at least to actually get away.
Yeah, I think at this point maybe getting away is wise.
Okay, so you're gonna run out into the. So yeah, I mean, you can just run out into the little cavern there, or you can, try to run all the way back into the little room. Running all the way back in the little room requires you to make an athletics roll.
It shouldn't be able to reach me in the cabin, right?
No, it doesn't look. If it ever was able to do that, it doesn't look like it's able to do that now.
Yeah, I'll just step back into the cavern.
Okay. All right. So okay, that's your move, Val.
So I'm thinking that the unshakable self-confidence causing chaos, he's not likely to want to run.
Even knowing I'm going to blow it up?
What's that?
Even knowing that I'm about to blow it up?
Well, he's not going to want to stick around for the dynamite. That's true.
There's still a +2 weapon on the floor. Sorry to cut in, but there's still a +2 weapon on the floor, right?
Well, at very least,
Right.
I'm going to pick that up. Can I pick it up and shoot the little guy in one move?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it's on the ground just means that it's potentially a boost that I can use against you if you hit. But yeah, you can definitely try that.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Because I'm not expecting that I'm going to be able to hit the roots from where I am.
All right. Oh my God. No, that's the mom. Jeez.
No.
Oh, crap.
No, that is wow. That is what I gave him. Jeez, that doesn't sound right. Sorry.
Oh shit! Hell.
Yeah. So that probably didn't. That didn't go.
I missed.
Just boosh. Okay. So you. Yeah. So it's, all right. So you shot and missed. Louis.
Right.
Yeah. So you from where you are, you can make it out into the cavern. You've got to make an athletics roll to get all the way out there, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And thing is, I don't know how, because I'm guessing that his view is kind of obscured from the rest of the party is kind of obscured from view now as he went through the thing.
Right.
So I'm not sure, like as much as it may fuck my own character, I'm not sure I can kind of go for him just deciding spontaneously to run away.
I think we've been yelling, "Run away!"
Right. Well, you just heard Lazar say, "I'm out," and I don't know. Maybe in this case, and by the way, I like the fact that you're using for dramatic irony here. By the way, um, uh, you might also be seeing Brian like in the process of lighting that dynamite stick on fire.
Or yelling it.
Right. That's
Okay.
a good point.
Let's see.
Is that an alcove there behind you? That tunnel thing there?
Yeah, that is a little alcove. That's where what's his name was. I don't know if you want to get caught behind this
That
thing.
sounds like a poor idea to go for that.
Right.
As much as I would like to avoid an athletics roll, that sounds like a bad plan. I'm just trying to see if there's anything.
It'd be a fantastic story to tell by your next character.
But I'm not going to use it if people are going to get hurt by it. I mean,
Well, what I'm thinking is that this is a bit of a chance, isn't it? I mean, this thing is already pretty badly damaged. What I'm thinking is if Constantine can get one more good hit in, is that likely to finish it?
Well, I mean, it's.
We don't have fate points to do that, though.
Right. That's the problem. Is like
there's still.
It's going to take a. It's going
on the board. So if I
it's
can
going to
find
take
out some way to use that to negate the scale, I might actually punch through.
Right, but it's only worth what, 2? What's that worth?
Right.
What do I need?
Yeah,
I need +4 to negate the scale.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, then I'm running.
Right. I mean, you have your Sten, which automatically negates scale, but then you just have to use your shoot to hit it, though.
Well, that might work.
I think what Louis is running into is that he doesn't want to use his shoot skill because it's only like +1. But yeah.
Well, it's not too bad. It's still a +2.
You know,
Fuck it. Constantine drops his knives and gets his Sten out and just fires a burst at this thing, aiming for the bit that he went for before that communicates by using the chemicals. I don't know. I just saw you shaking your head, John, in a kind of.
It'll be an interesting story.
Well, in for a penny, in for a fucking pound. Let's go.
Yeah. So here's my roll.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let's see. +2.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, Brian. Unfortunately, I can't ask you what else you want to use. I mean, you could use stuff to. nothing's going to pull you up. You need 3 invokes just to tie to create a boost, and you don't have anything for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get out of there into the hallway, and you know, my original intention was just to light dynamite, but those 2 guys are still in there, so maybe rather than like maybe just light the stick and get it ready to go the next round. Is that okay?
Trim the fuse.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like maybe you're creating an advantage to your what is the you're cooking the dynamite.
Yeah.
So it's demolitions, but it's a simple demolitions roll, so only +1.
And I'm doing this,
to
I didn't
oppose.
have to any acrobatics roll just to get into the hallway. Is that correct?
No, just to move 1 space
Okay.
now.
Well, good then.
Yeah, which of course this guy still gets to move, so you guys are sorry in advance for whatever happens to your character. Okay, so you made it. Okay, so
And I yell out,
dynamite.
this is going off in a second. Better get out of the way.
Okay, so that's got the cooked dynamite there that you can use. So now the creeper uses its 4 vines again. And since Lazar and Killian are now out of the way, it's going after both you and Val Louis. So go and make an athletics roll, 2 athletics rolls.
This is the moment you choose to start having great rolls.
Yeah, sorry. And like I said, in a normal situation, you'd be able to concede.
Could have been worse.
But the second one looks like it didn't roll that well. So, okay, so lost by 1, so 2 stress. Then go and make your second roll. And tied. So yay, the second one, you only have that. So you take 2 stress total from both of those.
Okay, that brings me to, I had 3 stress boxes, so that brings me to 1 excess
Right.
stress
So
box
in this,
thing.
so the stress boxes, by the way, it's not just 3 stress boxes. You get a 1 stress box, a 2 stress box, and a 3 stress box. So your 2 stress box actually counts as 2 stress.
Oh, I see. Oh shit, no, I'm so mathematically challenged that boggles me.
Oh yeah, no worries. I mean that's kind of this is one of the more obscure aspects of Fate.
Because I had 2 stress, so I have 3 stress boxes. So does that mean that I have like
So, yeah.
4 stress value left?
Well, yeah, you have a 1 and a 3, so you can use. So probably what you're doing is you're using your 3 stress box now on the 2 stress that you took.
Okay, right. So that's out of play now. I still have a 1 that can counter a 1.
Exactly right. And then you also have a boost against you. I'll call that. Let's see. You got blood all over your boots. It's very slippery in here with all the gore all over the place, and your own
If I
blood.
may suggest
mixed
something,
with
I'm already covered in green shit from physically passing through this thing, so maybe that's slippery.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Let me go ahead and let's get rid of that then. Ah, jeez. I can draw. Covered. I can spell. Covered in green stuff.
It's the title of my sex tape.